Here we go, guys. Here we're back again on this excruciating attempt to stand in the sun. But this is Estonian border crossing with Russia, Estonian side. So let's see. Estimated time. I've been here for like an hour almost, but let's see. Let's see what happens. Right. In the quite end of it, the end of the line. Спасибо. Если что, тоже сходите потом. Кофе или что-то. Не двигались, да?
Чуть.
Это там, да. Ну, не запускали или запускали прям? А, просто...
Один раз еще.
Да-да.
Сейчас вот, прям сейчас вот.
Да. Примерно каждые полчаса по 20 человек. 25 минут.
Давно как-то не запускали.
Ну.
Сейчас население больше. Вот загоришь сейчас.
Одной мордовицы.
Как у водителя, знаешь, это.
Hi guys, welcome. Yes, I'm in Estonia. Hello Barley. I'm Marco. Guys, if the weather is super hot, it's okay, but hold up. If it's hot, it's also very, very tough. But yes, I'd rather be super hot than wet like last time, 7 hours with wet feet. Welcome guys. Traveling to Russia, and this is the update. How's up? Let me know if you can hear me. So this is last time we were over there, so that took 8 hours. So this is, I would say, 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours. And yeah, I will keep you posted. And this is live chat also. So if you want, you can ask me questions. You can ask questions about the experience, what to expect, or just in general, if you're just interested, let me know. So here we go. Guys, let me go over here. So there's only one set of people that was let in during the previous hour. I hope the second one is going to be soon. And so the line is way over there, guys. Way over there, and it's actually a bottleneck. So it gets way slower as you have, let's say, when you're like 30 meters from the entering, it's gonna get super hard. I'm sorry, super slow. And yeah, people arriving from the buses, and it gets. Well, it's been like this the whole day, approximately. Approximately, this is the line. And this is Estonia, guys, and it's scorching hot. There's some people selling places up ahead. I've seen the current price today is $50, $50, sorry, euros. and I do not. I just cannot bear and buy a spot because I despise the people who are doing this. I've been experiencing this for way too long, so that I would be part of that shit. So I don't want to be buying that. Alright guys, join the chat, join the movement. Well, we stand in line for this is a line into Russia. This is Estonian side, and people are waiting in line. This is quite typical. My estimation is 6 hours. They are very slow, and they search for euros. And I, for example, did go and exchange euros with a bad exchange rate. Yeah, as you can see, I think they're gonna be letting people in. The first group, second group in like 1 hour. Right there. Let's see. Yes. These are the people, and people are going in. 25. Sorry, it's only 20. They let in only 20 people. And yeah, guys, join the chat. Use super chat to highlight your question. It is very sunny. Let's go and move our. Super hot. There you go. Okay, here we go. Три метра.
Вперед и назад уже хорошо.
3 meters. Yeah, this is Estonian border crossing. That's it. Yes, that's it, guys. 3 meters after half an hour waiting time. I do have a, by the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Igor in Russia. I'm a foreigner traveling to Russia, and I do trying to bridge the gaps by showing the basic lives, traveling, culture stuff in Russia. All right, guys, this is part of the historical Narva castle right here, but the actual castle is right behind the trees over there, and right behind that castle is actually the Russian side of the fortress, Ivangorod fortress. And yeah, you can arrive here with eco lines. For example, over here the lady, she's a new recruit right there. That lady over there, she's a new recruit. She's selling tickets. She's selling spots, not from right in the front, but somewhere in the front, for 50 euros. Because of this thing, that's like a small-time mafia, local mafia running this place. I mean this unofficial and I would say illegal ticket sales. So yeah, that's the reason why the lines are even slower. But yeah, we are waiting to cross Estonia in order so we can continue to Russian side, which is Ivangorod, little town of 10,000. And I have filmed, guys, that. Let me show you a little bit more since we have like, I would say 5.5 hours maybe. So guys, this is part of the local fortress, historical fortress, Narva and Ivangorod, which is two different. This is the third biggest city in Estonia, which is 55,000. And in Russian side, you got Ivangorod town with 10,000, which for Russia is its village. And I would say, I think it's on the verge of a city. But 10,000 is like a basic St. Petersburg building, apartment building. There's some cool Soviet stuff in Narva. I like Narva, but I rarely come here because you don't have the time to come here. And I used to be that I was able to walk around and decide to go to the border line, but here you have to go right away, unless you're with somebody. If you're with somebody, you are able to, maybe the other person will wait in line while you go and do your thing. For example, I could stream from the city, and I've done it before, but very small city. It's pretty cool. Hello, Danny. Poland, Kaliningrad border. This looks more bad. Greeting. Hello, Netherlands, Robert. But this line is okay. But the problem is, just recently I've studied. You can see the border line on the map. What is it? Online camera. And Sunday, Monday, even yesterday was empty or half as long. Yesterday it was half as long, and 2 days before that it was empty, basically empty, and bad weather. So it's just my luck, guys, that when I travel it gets like 6-8 hours, but I assume it's gonna be 6 hours today, but I can be wrong. Hopefully I'm gonna be wrong in other direction, meaning it's gonna be even shorter, but there's no reason to assume that. All right, guys, you can subscribe to the channel, push like, use super chat. We're gonna be doing a lot of live streams from as long as we cross the border. We're gonna do some streaming, live streams and videos, interesting stuff. This channel is about culture, traveling, the very basic stuff. Ooh, this is an old, by the way. This looks old, and I like it. Wow, that's cool. All right, here's the Narva side. Basically, guys, I'm gonna give you a tip. If you're going to travel to Russia, or if you're just interested, this Narva side here is around 6 hours, give or take, right here, right? Well, somewhere over here. That's where we started, over here. That's 6 hours. If you go beyond that Narva sign, it's gonna be it's actually like 8 hours. And last time we were way beyond that point over there. Hold up, sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold up. And because of my handy camera work, you did not see or hear anything. Right, guys, Narva it is. Here I don't see anything. It's so sunny. Everybody push like, join the chat. Behave, remember. I'm sorry, there's something in the air. This is Peter Square. And yeah, this is I started right here. This is where I started my line. So in over 1 hour, people are arriving just like this. After 1 hour, we have moved. Well, hold up, how many? Hold up. Right here. This is where he's standing right now. And one thing that, if I dare, I like to walk around, guys. My back is gonna hurt really bad if you're just standing in line. Man, there's something in the air. Oh, God bless me. Like literally some. When they make it sound. Then, by the way, border crossing, they're building new vehicular. What do you call that? Things to stop vehicles. Vehicular. I don't know. You name the word, but anyway, some stuff on the bridge. It's been reported. Why everybody's lining up? This is a line to Russia. This is Estonian side, and this is like this, and the Russian side should be like, well, it's usually been like 15-20 minutes max. Here it's been usually 6 hours maybe. 6 hours. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm trying to see the screen, guys. It's so bright. Oh, and yeah, there's a bottleneck up ahead. Guys, join the chat. I'm gonna be here for 6 hours. Man, I would love to sit around right here. Yeah, guys, let's have a chat right here. I'm gonna take a seat maybe over here. But I did not take my... You know what's funny? That I did not take my shorts with me because, in Finland it's been pretty cold except a couple of days. No shorts, and it's like 20 plus degrees, and it's going to be 20 degrees, so my mistake. It's super hot, guys. I'm like sweaty as hell already, and it's been like 1 hour. And guys, join the chat and let me know what is your estimation. How long this line is going to take. Notice there's for example, here people standing as one or as like a pair, but at the end of it, there are people standing like 5 people next to each other, so it's like way worse at the bottleneck area. Man, I'm trying to see something from the chat. If you're doing this again, we'll have to invest in one of those folding tripod seats with canvas base. You lift it up and can wear it on the strap on your shoulder. Barley, that sounds cool. But how big is it? Because I don't usually want to have anything extra. I have like a bag, a suitcase, and a bag for computer, and that's it. Sometimes I have a bigger bag, but you let me know. But good idea. And yeah, guys, I'm so exhausted from all this traveling, filming, and well, life in general, because I work so much. My wife is angry actually because I film so much, I do so much, I release, I edit this endless amount of stuff, and I'm so dedicated that I forgot what to say actually. I'm so tired. I slept 2 hours, guys. What is happening? This is the line. People are waiting in line for hours and hours and hours to leave from Estonian side and go to Russia. After this border crossing, you're going to have a bridge which is called, funny enough, well, given the time, the current situation, it's called, hold up, let me do this. It is called Friendship Bridge. It's called Friendship Bridge, and Estonians are heavily invested in the bridge to make it, I guess, less friendly, for lack of better words. And yeah, then from the bridge, which is really beautiful, it goes over the Narva river, which flows between the two countries. And yeah, and you can see the beautiful Ivangorod fortress already from the bridge, and actually from there as well. But I don't want to, leave my bags and hang around in the city, because I don't want to be somebody who's not standing in line and just using people's kindness. I use it to some extent, and everybody should, especially if you travel, on the same bus. You can make adjustments and tell your friends. Usually people get acquainted with somebody next to you. That's very normal. When you're standing over there, you basically get to know some people, maybe not names, but you talk a lot of stuff. And listen, 6 hours, there's a lot of times to talk about, everything. And people usually don't talk about politics, by the way. And that's the same also in Russia. People don't talk about politics that much on the streets, and the people, that's not something people care about. People do talk about it, of course, maybe, as they say, in the kitchen. What does the border between the two countries look like? A lot of flags. Jord, I have filmed a lot of videos from here, and also from Estonian side, there's a beautiful, well, not far, but I'm not gonna go there because, like I said, I don't want to leave my bags. And not that I don't trust people. I don't want to be the one who's not standing in line or not even in the area. I will go away in some point, maybe for a coffee or something. And you can see the beautiful, this border is probably one of the most epic ones. Like, I describe it as one of the epic ones, and I hope you can hear me, guys. The border is so epic because you can actually see there's two fortresses and the river flow in between, and there's the bridge. And actually there's two bridges. The second bridge hasn't been operating for over a 3-year period. It's only for pedestrians. This used to be a vehicular and pedestrian bridge, and now it's only for pedestrians, meaning everybody who's traveling the bus like me has to go out, walk across as a pedestrian, and go to another bus on the other side if you bought the ticket all the way to St. Petersburg. And man, there's bad internet or what? And what else? So it's really beautiful. There's not a lot of flags, actually. There's no flags, except there's one flag at the Estonian side, and there's one flag on the Ivangorod side. It's powerful enough, I think. And I'm not from Russia. I'm from Finland. I'm a foreigner traveling to Russia, filming Russia. This is Econ Russia. I've been filming Russia for a long time. Kind of an expert about traveling Russia, St. Petersburg, and Moscow. And for the first time this summer, I traveled all the way to hold up. This year I had the greatest opportunity. I traveled from Finland, but then to Moscow, and from Moscow all the way to Kazan, through Chuvashia, Kazan, Tatarstan, Bashkortostan. I traveled to Orenburg region, all the way to European and Asian border, and from there I went to Samara, and this series is actually ongoing on YouTube. YouTube is not promoting it though. Yeah, so push like, yes, I speak Russian. I have no clue what happened in Poland. Basic politics, probably, I don't know. So yeah, guys, push like, and we're waiting. So Estonians are letting in only 20 people each approximately 25 to 30 minutes. And it does get longer if somebody has sanctioned stuff like euros with them, and it makes it longer, even longer. So it's really inhumane. And this is just also this is something, well, this is politics as well. All this what you see now, huge lines, and this is not the hugest. Biggest one says like 3 times longer than this during this year, for example. Thankfully, I've never seen that myself. Basically, if that would mean if it's like 2 times as long as this, nevertheless, and if it's like 3 times, then it's 100% you won't make it. There's some tourist group going to Narva Castle over there, so there's some tourist activities, but I don't know, 95%, 90% of Narva tourists are actually the ones leaving, just passing by. Guys, everybody push like, good luck, stay safe, thank you. Ooh, Red Devil from Kazan. Latest video, which wasn't a hit, but it's amazing. We were greeted at Tatarstan border. We went from Chuvash with expedition from Chuvashia to Tatarstan. We were greeted with traditional women singing and giving us chak-chak and everything. At the border we went to Kazan. That's the latest episode. That's the episode number 20 in my expedition through Russia, 22-day expedition. And that's the latest episode. Next episodes are going to be focusing on Kazan exploration. So yeah, guys, it's gonna be awesome. Mainly Russian and Estonian. Well, mainly Russian Estonians, Russians all across the world traveling from Europe, and Finnish Russians, and I would say there's here and there some foreigners here and there. For example, there's maybe somebody from South America right there in this, right here in front of me, under the umbrella, under my umbrella. And I've heard and seen during my trips quite a lot of different nationalities: Netherlands, Danish, Swedish, of course Finnish, not just from. Who else? I've seen Spanish. I've seen people from Peru, South America in general. I know Americans travel here. I've never seen them, but like in the line. But I know they travel through here. Many, depends. If they don't buy the tickets, if they want to save up a little bit, and at their health expense. So this is the best, well, kind of fastest way. Funny enough, fastest way. And that's that's the side where people actually also come out from Russia to Estonia. And it's the slowest was last time, like 3 weeks ago. Slowest was last time, and it took me 40 minutes to get from Russia to Estonia, but usually it's like 20 minutes. And the line is getting longer. People over there is like closer to 8 hours, depending on the shift. There's a differences between shifts also, that some shifts are just slower, intentionally or unintentionally. If some people are, like I said, have some sanctioned goods or something like that, so it gets slower. Remember, by the way, to subscribe to the channel. Let's get this channel up to 50,000, and of course all the way to 100K. I'm a foreigner traveling to Russia. I am Igor in Russia, foreigner traveling to Russia from Finland, and I help people to see real life. And you can ask me questions as well, my friends. And if you want to leave a donation in the form of a super chat, you feel free to do it. We're waiting currently, right now, hold up, it's 2 o'clock. We are now been waiting for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I can see from there. By the way, if you Google Narva camera, something like that, you should see the camera, which is right there on this over here. You should see me. Go check it out and let me know if you see me. somewhere on the map, on your screen. Jordan, yeah, good question. And this is very easy to answer. Yes, indeed. People from the West, even the most unfriendliest countries, which is, let's say, maybe UK, or somebody might say America, who else? So people are totally, when it comes to traveling to Russia, it's totally normal. I think these guys might be some sellers. I can see by the way their clothes. Anyway, so totally fine to travel to Russia. It's only that, you know, in some Western countries, people try to demonize those who travel to Russia for whatever reason. Let's say even to pure tourism, which tourism is culture, and this is exactly what we need. Less of this bullshit about people demonizing people and cultures and traditions and history. So yeah, I know for a fact it's totally normal. The only thing is that there's sometimes you're going to get a safety check. So they're gonna check you out in case you come, unless you're, you know, certain age and stuff, and that's totally normal, and it's a good thing. We all want safety, right? Basically, they make sure you come with good intentions. It's called an interview, but I haven't heard about it being made. I was myself on this kind of interview, like everybody else, with a foreign passport back in a while ago. Hello UK, Aki. What a name. Are you Finnish, no? Haxagor Jordan, do you mean into Estonia, or what do you mean? No, into Russia, I think Jordan asked. Oh man. Guys, 300 people watching, subscribe, let's go see. Oh, they're letting people in. So you see, we were live for 30 minutes and they're letting another group in, so it took like 27 minutes. Alright, that guy who's speaking, he's one of the sellers. I'm gonna explain next. How they make money illegally selling these pots. Just give me food, guys. Hold up. Hey. It's too big. Так просил, что надо было. Так просил еду, что пришлось дать. Ворона, то есть. Вы не слышали? Да, вот тут. Молодой, кажется. О. А, это все уже?
Да. Ой.
Печенька. А я, кажется, он тут всегда тут, кажется. Я его помню. Тоже место продает. Sarcasm, guys. Блин, умный, ногой держит и ломает. Guys, we fed the crow. Так. That's it. Не буду пугать. Пусть кушает. Ну, я так, что тут стоять тут? Я так наблюдаю, если что. Почему стали выстраиваться очереди? Раньше же такого не было. Successor, he is wondering why there's lines. Эти очереди с того момента... Well, let me explain in English. These lines have formed as soon, especially the one big reason. I have an allergy for something. I have an allergy for big lines. These lines were formed right away as Estonians closed the border for the night. When the border was open through the night, like it's always been, there was never lines over here. And the second biggest reason is, of course, the fact that Russia is renovating the bridge. So that's the reason, guys. If you want to support my channel, you can use Super Chat or buy me coffee, link in the description. This looks like an America. Well, I assume not necessarily in the best way, so that's why this is not Russia. So yeah, there's a lot of reason why there's lines, and the other big reason, the second big reason is that they expect, by the way, not the bridge, the biggest reason, second biggest reason is after the night, the bridge, the border being closed after 11 p.m. until 7 a.m. The second biggest reason is the fact that Estonians want to make it slow. And that's by processing people slowly and also inspecting every and each one by one. Everybody is being searched for big bad euros. And they sell with a, let's say 10%, well that's relatively good, but 10% approximately or less worse exchange rates than in Russia, which is still okay, I think, unless you have a lot of money, then it's bad. You can still bring dollars, remember. All right, time for a little walk. Hello, Almaty, Kazakhstan. Guys, I almost, on this expedition through Russia, I had the chance to go to Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. But I couldn't. Lady stopped and said, I'm gonna take a picture of you. I think the lady recognized somebody who's been like, you know, they're always in the line doing their shitty mafia thing. Illegal selling of seats, locations. So yeah, here's the Naro sign, and this is Peter Square. There's nice cafes in the corner in the back. There's a nice boulevard. I think it's, this is Pushkin Street, by the way, here in Estonia, in Narva, third biggest city, most Russian city in Estonia. And here's the line, guys. Look at this. Here's the line without wide angle. Hold up. This is the line into Russia. This is the Estonian side where people are being processed super slowly. And 20 people each 30 minutes. So yeah, you can count it from here. And notice in the front there's a bottleneck. Here people are standing like in ones and twos. mostly, and over in the back it's like it goes up to like 5. It's like a crowd. Here we go. And Narva is it's a cool town. After the Second World War, it has become very Soviet. I'm sorry guys for my nose. I have no hands. So I do have hands, free hands. Hold up. It's tough, guys. Yeah, and the fact that there's some, people are annoyed and people are really angry when there's like some people trying to sell stuff, etc. And officially, the border people have said they don't care. They do come out if people request, but nothing really happens that much. All right, guys, let's go through the border line right here. Hello, Russian brothers. I can just make you out of the other camera. Barley, oh nice. Can you see me in a white shirt, t-shirt, and light-ish jeans? I'm walking on the parking spot next to the line, as you can see. This is live. Right there. I'm watching you too from Barley from this side. So yeah, guys, you can always check out the update on the map. From the Narva camera. Just Google Narva camera, you will find live stream. Yeah, but checking one by one, you could check them like on screen, but they're actually searching you. And they always check people, but now they're checking like intentionally way too much, if you know what I mean. For example, in Finland, when the borders were opened, they didn't care about the little things, which I would say are some products. Man, here we go. I'm freaking exhausted. Exhausted already. Guys, my travel to Russia means waking up at 5 a.m. and because I'm a late sleeper, plus I have like adrenaline. So basically I slept for 2 hours in this case. Sometimes I sleep 3 hours. Then I travel here. I go to 1 hour to the ferry terminal in Helsinki. Then I travel to 2 hours to Tallinn. From Tallinn I travel, by e-scooter or by walking 40 minutes, and by e-scooter 15 minutes to the bus terminal. From bus terminal it takes 2 hours plus over here. Then you stand in line for, depending, let's say 6 hours approximately. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Let's hope less. And then after that, maybe half hour cross Russian or the border and the Russian side. Walk to the bus station because not bus stop, because the bus stop, your bus is already left because of the huge lines. You have to. Well, it depends what time the next bus is leaving. That's gonna pick you up. Then it takes 2.5 hours to St. Petersburg. From St. Petersburg center, it takes 1 hour to travel back home, which I consider St. Petersburg. Hello brother, hope you having a great stream. I have an okay stream, guys. This is my typical border, waiting in the border, exhausted stream. Guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I have videos then from Russia and different locations, neighborhoods, city centers, St. Petersburg and maybe other cities. I promise you We're gonna have fun. So subscribe, push like, and yeah, join the membership if you want to support a little bit. It's scorching hot, and currently I'm not myself. I'm exhausted because I slept so little. And yeah, guys, what you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And it is so hold up, I'm gonna cover the camera like this. And it is so sunny that I don't know if hold up, can we see anything? It is so sunny and hot that I don't see anything on my screen yet. So if you want to get noticed, use super chat to highlight your comment. No, this is smart boy. This is Estonia. Russia doesn't have these crazy lines. Yes, Haxer girl. I don't know. I think this is just historical building, semi-historical up ahead. I don't know. I'm not I don't know a lot of Narva. I've been around Narva and I slept overnight in Narva. I explored a little bit, but the best thing about Narva, I would say, the fact that it's it's a Russian-speaking city, 93% or something like that, and of course it has the amazing, great views to the Russian-Estonian border, and it has the easiest way to see the greatest view, because the Russian side there's basically only if you go to the Ivangorod fortress, then you would see the great border, the beautiful image right there. You are sitting between two large trees. Yes, I am. What's up, man? Hacker girl. No, it's Russians. Anybody can leave. Entering through this border is also prohibited. I think it's also possible if you have a visa to a certain country. And I think they're trying to limit now that after 3 years they try to limit the Schengen visas, because even though Estonia, Finland. All right, guys. Somebody was selling me some insurances. No, I answered the phone, guys. I answered the phone. Anyways, what were we talking about? We were talking about, can you hear me now? So the thing is, the border, so yeah, people can travel, but they don't give tourism. You cannot enter with tourism unless you have a Schengen visa. I think it's like that. You have to have a special Schengen visa. And Smartbo, I don't know. I kind of, when I was in Alanya, it was like almost 40 degrees. That was too much. And guys, check out my Alanya short videos on my channel. Yeah, без границ, exactly was the worst. And they try to make it so nobody's, the ones who make this like this are nobody's sorry. So that's music to their ears, actually. That's what they would say. 8 hours. Yeah, it took me 8 hours last time. And into Russia 5 minutes, yes. All right, guys, this is just ordinary experience, and I'm actually, because I'm a little bit more experienced, way more experienced, so I actually, I can see my bag, or can I? Hold up. Yeah, I can see my bag, so I know I can take some steps, but I used to stand and never walk out for like 8 hours, 6 hours. My bag is simply killing me. Hello India, 47. Smart boy, where are you from? Which country? And Brad, the borders, Finland has closed the border, some might say illegally, or just by making it intentionally for Russians or Finnish, those who want to travel, intentionally make it tough or impossible, actually. Impossible. Even now when there is no real threat, quote unquote, from illegal immigrants, now it's just convenient to keep the border closed because of the politics. Now it's like the gloves are off. They're happy with the bullshit. But yeah, that's why I wouldn't. It would take 8 hours from Helsinki to St. Petersburg with extensive waiting time at the border in buses. It used to take so. And of course with Allegro it took 3.5 hours, which Finnish have confiscated for their personal use in some rural areas where nobody wants to go. So it's a very, very shame, guys. Aino's boyfriend is from Estonia. Is he Estonian or Estonian-Russian or Russian-Russian? You got all sorts of people. Where's my, yeah, here it is. Let's go check out what is this says. I've never been over here. It's not in great shape, even though this is a historical place. So it says Bastion Triumph. This is Estonian. Bastion Triumph, сооружен в конце, in Russian as well. Swedish, Russian, and English. Bastion Triumph, built by the project of Swedish statesman and military engineer Erik Dahlberg. To the south of the bastion there was a gate to the Peter I, built in 1822. Was a gate of Peter I, built in 1822, after which Peter Square got its name. I never knew that. Bastion routes, here it is, guys. Here's the route. I have no clue where. I think we're here now, or where we are. I don't know. The oldest part of Narva fortification is Herman Castle. They're gonna open the border now. Seeing people screaming like that. 20 people, guys. again, nobody's fleeing, guys. This is people traveling from vacations, people traveling to see their families, people just traveling to Russia. And so, yeah. And it's not, most of the people just want to go there because of its homeland, or they need to do some official things if they live there, or have their citizenship, another second citizenship, depends. Family is a big reason for most, and a lot of tourists coming from elsewhere. Trust me, tourists in Estonia, I don't know if it's possible, but also not realistic. These are from France, Greece, maybe South America and elsewhere. I've been to, I've been many places, not too many, but enough. Egypt, Israel, Germany, Spain, Greece, Turkey, of course Russia, Estonia, Latvia, Sweden, Belgium, what else? Maybe some other, Norway, Denmark, something like that, guys. Is it okay to walk on grass? Yes, it is. People are actually making some tents, not tents, but making tents out of umbrellas, because it's scorching hot right now. Hello, I really love Daniel. Nice to see you. And yeah, once again, also for Brad, it's not that they come here. Most of them are citizens of Estonia and travel to Russia. They are Russian Estonians, most Finnish Russians, and these are not people enjoying Estonia because, well, if you travel on your vacation, you will not go in these couple of countries. No offense. People are traveling like around the world. Okay, guys, I might come back a little bit later. Let's take a little break. Last questions, if you want. Let me ask a question right now. Leave a super chat if you want to support my long waiting period in Estonia. It's okay, yeah. If you like this, wait till you see Russia. Where's 10 times more people usually, and still it's sparkling clean. But it is clean. Well, semi-clean, quite clean. Actually, it is clean, yeah, I never noticed. There's a lot of people in line, so there's some trash. The line actually is growing slightly. It goes, it's 50 meters maybe longer, 10 to 50 meters longer than where I went to. Remember also to subscribe to Igor in Russia. Think I'm gonna, no, I'm a Russian Orthodox. But that's only Moscow. Hexagon, no. It's everywhere in Russia. And you can check my videos, live streams all across Russia. No. I usually am in St. Petersburg, but St. Petersburg, Moscow, Kazan, anywhere you go, it's spotless. That's the very common commentary. The Vyborg, small town of 80,000, similar size like this in Russia. Everywhere is clean. There's Tver. Everywhere I've been, it's super clean. Russia is super clean. So Hexagirl, subscribe, you'll see the real stuff. That's the channel, what my channel is all about, showing you reality without, that's why I'm I think I'm probably the biggest live streamer currently from Russia, and one of the rare ones. Novosibirsk, you mean Novosibirsk, easily. It's in big cities especially. Novosibirsk is the capital of Siberia, so that's an easy one. You don't need to do that. That's an easy one. Cities of 1 million, they're spotless, especially them. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna chill a little bit. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna do a lot of more of these, so push like, subscribe, and become a member if you want to support the channel. Bye. Thanks for watching.